Hey guys, this is Geoff.
And this is Mark.
Yeah, and you're listening to 90% Sports. So you want to talk about this tragedy of a trophy?
Ah, man. I don't know what the NCAA was thinking with this thing, man. Like, what's your first overall thoughts of it?
It's it looks like the logo, which was already crap. The logo for the playoff is crap, but
Correct.
the funniest part is like they made it look like the logo for the playoff, but then there's a logo for the trophy itself. So it's essentially a logo of a logo.
Of a logo.
Of a logo.
And then Exhibit comes out.
Logoception! Yeah,
And
Exhibit's
Exhibit's like,
yo, dog!
I heard you like logos, so I gave you a logo to put on your logo.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say my first reaction, it kind of looks like a bag of popcorn that happens to be gold. So maybe some rich dude
Maybe.
just has a gold popcorn bag, and he's like, "Yo, you won the college football tournament. Here you go, man. You got this golden popcorn box. Congrats."
Yeah, this came out, today's the 15th, so yeah, it came out yesterday. And it didn't take long for people to start making fun of it.
Oh, of course,
You know the Whistle Tips video.
definitely.
Someone,
I saw it the
yes,
other day.
someone photoshopped it, has two trophies next to each other, put it in the Whistle Tips video, and then the tweet says, the trophies go, woo, woo!
That's just great.
Yeah.
I mean, anything that happens to be a fail is just it's gonna blow up online with memes all over the place, and of course that's what happened. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
you got ice cream cones, you got popcorn boxes, you got the whistle tip thing that you're talking about. I mean, this thing's just it's ridiculous. Like, who comes up with this?
Yeah, and then there's Roger Sherman, who writes for SB Nation, and he said, can't wait to see who will win this penis with a vulva at the top trophy this year. And when you look at it, it kind of looks like that.
You're right.
Yeah.
It does. It
Huh?
does a little bit. I mean,
And then apparently, I like the crystal trophy, or the crystal ball and the coach's trophy,
definitely, yeah.
which apparently is lasting one more year, despite the BCS,
You're right.
but they're killing it. Like, it's going 1 year, and then they're like, yeah, we can't survive in this post-BCS apocalypse.
They think that because everyone hated the BCS, that they also hated the trophy, which is not
No,
true whatsoever.
Every player wanted that ball in their hands.
Right.
Every fan, like, when you see that crystal trophy, you know what it is.
Yeah, you think national championship when you see that trophy.
And yes, it was easily breakable. There was that time where a recruit was visiting Florida, and he bumped into the trophy, broke it, and Urban Meyer was like, well, I guess you have to come here now. And the kid was like, ha ha ha, we'll see. And the kid ended up going to Georgia, but still, that's awesome. He broke the trophy as a recruit.
And of course, the NCAA, when they release this thing on Twitter, have a little caption underneath it saying "A new era, a new trophy." So, what your thoughts is like because they got this new playoff that they needed a new trophy?
No.
Like, do you think that's where they were going with it though?
I think so. They were like, oh, we're not the BCS. We need to separate ourselves from the BCS. Let's get rid of the crystal football.
Right.
Well, if that's the case, do a better job.
You're right.
Like, this is a crap logo. Everyone let them know how crappy the logo was, and they still based the trophy on the logo.
You're right. I mean, this is another situation with the new logos, new trophies, new everything coming into the college football world. I mean, we've seen it with new jerseys, we've seen it with the new logo for FSU, and some of the reactions are great. Some of the reactions, people can't stand it.
Yeah.
I know Nike plays a big part in this with designing things and everything now, because they have a big pull in college sports and also with professional sports now. So it's gonna be interesting to see what the players and what the coaches have to say about this new trophy, and if they're gonna like it or not. Because I mean, I haven't really seen any reactions from the players or the coaches. Have you?
Yeah. SEC Media Days are going on right now, but I don't think anyone's really said anything about the new trophy.
Right.
Today, Steve Spurrier was being Steve Spurrier, and it's SEC Media Days, but he's trashing Clemson, you know? What else is new? Yeah, not many people have said anything. We got ACC, whatever they call it. I'm going to call it Media Days. Coming up Monday? I don't remember. Thursday, Monday? I don't know. Sometime soon. Within the next week.
True.
Maybe.
Yeah, so, maybe at the ACC Media Days, we'll get to hear a little bit of reaction.
Yeah, talk to the defending national champion.
Of course.
What do you think?
It's like, what do you think of your last trophy that you won compared to
and this one you're going to get January 12th, I think it is?
Yeah, something like that. Somewhere around that week.
Yeah. But, okay, as much as we're bashing this trophy, you know what the positive to it is? We finally got a playoff.
You're right. I feel like they have accomplished so much
that we can let this trophy slide.
Yeah, we can let it slide,
All right.
We finally got the playoff that we've been looking for the past, I don't even remember how many years now. What, 10 years, 11? How many years have we been in BCS?
Well, we won.
I mean, being FSU fans, we've pretty much forgotten the past, like,
There's 10 years that are missing in there. We won that 1999 national championship, which was part of the BCS. I think it may have even been the first one.
It was.
Yeah.
You're right.
So we're looking at what, 15 years?
15 years. So we put up with the BCS for 15 years. It's had its ups and
Florida
downs.
State fans have put up with it for what, 5 years?
Right. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, like 15 years. It's had its ups, it's had its downs, it's had its great moments, its terrible moments.
Auburn undefeated, getting left out.
But if you look at it, in the 15 years, how many times has it really not been number one versus number two? I mean, it's only happened
that year with Auburn. You could be like, there were 3 good teams, but even like people wanted to bash that Bama LSU rematch. Those were the 2 best teams in the country.
Definitely. I mean, it kind of sucks that it happened to be a rematch, but at the same time, it was still it was a good game. I know a lot of people don't like defensive games.
That game wasn't.
Yeah.
the original matchup was that 9-6 game.
Yeah. So,
yeah, people bashed that game, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? I love defense. That was a great game."
Yeah.
All right, well, that wraps up our trophy talk. Watch our upcoming videos or listen to us in the future for our conference previews. We'll be doing all 11 Division 1A. I'm not even going to call it FBS conferences.
Good. And then also after our conference previews, make sure and stay tuned because we will have our playoff predictions and who we pick to go ahead and win the college football playoff in its inaugural year.
Yeah.
And then stay tuned for our conference previews, and then also we'll be doing our college football playoff picks to see who we think will make it to the playoffs and who we think will take the national championship in the playoffs inaugural year. So you've been listening to 90% Sports with Mark and Geoff, and we're out.